I was inspired to do this video after seeing this article from the Straits Times. MediShield Life to offer higher claim limit, which is a good thing, but however, premium to increase from April 2025 onwards. So imagine this, you're reaching your retirement years and you finally feel that it is time to take a break and you think that you have saved sufficiently for your retirement. But however, there are still bills to pay. And now every piece of bill that comes to you, you feel a sense of dread because right now there's no more income to cover all these expenses. And one of the biggest bill that you will receive every single year on a recurring basis is your hospital insurance premium. So most people plan for their retirement considering what their daily needs are. But however, they forgot about the fact that there are still bills like this, which is the hospital insurance premium that needs to be accounted for. So let's talk about the cost of insurance premium for hospital plans. So if you're keen to get the best healthcare services in Singapore, your option is to go for private healthcare. But private healthcare doesn't come cheap. So take a look at this premium table. You can see that the premium slowly yet steadily increases every few years. And when you reach your 60s, it will cost you about 3,400 plus a year. When you're 70s, it will be about 4,000 plus. When you're 80s, it's about 5,000 plus a year. All these premiums are not guaranteed, so that every few years you will notice that the hospital insurance premium kept on increasing. So based on statistics, the median age of Singaporean is around 83 years old. So a cost of private healthcare for an integrated premium shield, based on this table, just using this as an example, will set him aside by $130,000. So even adding an integrated shield can help you to cover most of your hospital expenses. There is still a 10% co-insurance payment that you have to fork out. Hence, many will decide to add on a rider to the integrated shield in order to minimize the co-insurance element. So use this as an example. Imagine if you have a hospital bill of 200,000. If co-insurance is at 10%, basically 20,000 is the amount that you still have to fork out from your pocket. But however, if you have added a rider to your integrated shield, what happens next is that you will cap your out-of-pocket expenses to say an amount around 3,000. So that is your maximum risk. Hence, that is the benefit of adding the rider. Of course, there are some other benefits from all the different insurance, but we're going to focus on this element first, which is capping your co-insurance payment. But this rider doesn't come cheap. So let's take a look at the premium table again. Just using this table as an example, you can see that when a person, assuming he retires at 65, the yearly premium costs nearly about $7,000 a year. So with the earlier integrated shield premium at 3,000 plus, your rider around 7,000, it will set you aside about 10,000 a year when you have retired at 65 years old. The amount is still not a very small amount. And the hospital insurance premium is something that you really have to plan for it during your retirement years. So I tabulated the cost of the rider assuming a person will live until 83 years old in Singapore, and the premium will cost around 276,000. And I calculated the integrated shield plan assuming for private hospital. From the lifetime till 83 years old, the premium will be around 130,000. So combining both together, the total premium in the lifetime of a client for their hospital insurance premium will be around 400,000. Now we are talking, this is a huge amount. 400,000 is a lot of money. So three things over here. The first thing, 400,000 is a lot of money. Have you thought of this and added the cost of hospital insurance premium into your retirement planning? The second thing, all these calculations are only calculated until the age of 83. What if you live above 83 years old? The cost will be even higher. And the third thing, the amount calculated does not take into factor that future premium will still continue to inflate along the years. So let's talk about what are some of the possible solutions right now. I can think of three things. The first solution, downgrade your hospital insurance from the private hospital coverage to restructured hospital. First of all, I don't really encourage this because I believe that the speed of healthcare is essential, especially when you fall sick. Can you imagine that when you're sick and they say that you have to wait 2 to 3 days to get your results, or even weeks or months to get a hospital bed? So let's take a look at the example. So you can see in this Instagram post, this person, moms was admitted last Friday for seizure and they have to wait 38 hours for a bed. And the second one, the dad sat in a chair in A&E for almost 2 days, and it was a horrible experience. He was warded only after close to 46 hours. The third Instagram post I saw on CNA Insider, dad warded and have to wait a day or two to get a bed. And the dad was still unable to walk because he has a Parkinson's disease. So can you imagine this? Right now Singapore, we have about 6 million in population, and the goal is to achieve 7 million population in year 2030. At that point of time, how will the situation be like? Of course, there are still investment in infrastructure to provide adequate healthcare for the population. But however, there are things that we can control and there are things that we can't control. So to have the peace of mind and the speed of healthcare, the best way is still to hold on to a private hospital insurance. Unless situation really calls for it and you can't really afford to continue with the plan. So second solution, what can it be? To save on cost? It is actually to downgrade your rider. But I can't go too in-depth in this segment because every insurer does their rider differently. But from my experience, sometimes I don't see good value for money for the top tier riders because the premium can be almost 2 times difference, but the risk that you are exposed to is almost about the same. So I highly encourage that you can do a review with your financial planner, your insurance agents to discuss on the options to see what are available to you and not just blindly say that I just want to get the most expensive one just because it is expensive and it's deemed to be good. And in one of the calculations that I did for a client, downgrading a premium saved almost 50% of the cost. And based on our earlier example, that would be around 130 over 1,000 during the lifetime of the client. Is to plan for the cost of maintaining your insurance for private hospital. So you can take a look at this table. So in this table, you will see that majority of the cost comes during the client's retirement age. So based on the integrated shield, it is about 64% of the total premium is after 65 years old. And if you look at the rider, the total premium is also about 62% of the costs are incurred during the client's retirement years. And all these are only calculated until the age of 83. So like what I mentioned earlier, if the clients live above 83, the cost of maintaining the hospital insurance will definitely be much higher. So I'm going to do a simple calculation over here. So assuming a person retire at 65 and the average life expectancy in Singapore is until 83, the difference of the years is around 18 years. If I use the cost for integrated shield plan for private hospital and also including the cost of the rider, during the client's retirement age from 65 to 83, the total cost during this period will be 255,000. So if I take this figure and divide it by the 18 years, I would know that on average, the total cost will be around 14 over 1,000 per year from 65 to 83. And these are the costs that you need to factor into your retirement planning. The first thing that you can do is to access your current hospital plan and ensure that it aligns with your objective, especially on the rider portion. The second thing that you can do is to really meet up with your financial advisor and discuss about all the possible options that are available to you. Because most people just think that insurance is important, I'll just buy whatever the agent say, but they do not know what exactly are they getting into. And the third thing is to continue your annual review as you age, because every single year when we get older, hospital insurance will also tend to become more expensive. So we know that healthcare premiums are rising, and retirement is a time that we really want to enjoy rather than think about all the costs and bills. So take control now, start planning for it so that you will never ever be caught in a scenario that you will be surprised by all these hidden costs during retirement years. So I hope that you find this video helpful, and I'm trying to get to my first 1,000 subscribers. So if this video is helpful to you, do help me to subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.